one has charity, they're able to put up with a whole lot.
Yes. Yes.
When one has charity and something happens, you don't hear them say, I'm going to lay down my religion. Oh, we should never be laying down our religion. You lay it down, somebody may grab it, and you won't never get it back. Don't lay down your religion. What's it say?
Charity never faileth.
Charity never does what?
Faileth.
Never faileth. What?
But whether there be prophecy,
They
they shall fail.
They shall fail.
Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
For what?
For we know in part, and we prophesy in part, but when that which is perfect,
for we know in part, and we prophesy in part, but when that which is perfect is what?
Come,
Then what?
then that which is in part shall be done away.
The prophesying, the speaking the different languages, the knowledge. It's all good.
Yeah.
But it amounts to nothing if you don't have charity. It profiteth nothing. It doesn't even profit a little bit.
Yeah.
It profiteth nothing. When what?
When I was a child,
When I was a child,
I spake as a child.
I spake as a child.
I understood as a
I
child.
understood as a child.
I thought as a child.
Uh-huh.
But when I became a man,
But when I did what?
became a man,
When I did what?
became a man, I put away childish things.
While I was immature and unlearned, I did immature things. But when I got a little bit of knowledge and I got a little bit of maturity, then I stopped acting like a child. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, what happened to those childish things?
I put away childish things.
All those childish things, I stopped doing them. And what?
For now we see through a glass darkly.
Now we see through a glass, how?
Darkly.
Darkly. But what?
But then face to face.
But then face to face. For now we see through a glass darkly. While you're immature, we see through a glass darkly. But once you get a little bit of maturity and knowledge, then you can see face to face as though something is standing right in front of you. And what's it say?
Now I know in part,
Now I know in part,
but then shall
but
I
when
know.
I get a little bit of maturity, and when I get a little bit of charity, then what?
I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known.
Then shall I know what?
I know even as also I am known. And now about of faith.
So when, but then shall I know even as also I am known. When you get charity, God will give us wisdom. God will give us knowledge. God will give us understanding. 13 says what?
And now about of faith.
And now abideth faith. What?
Hope.
Hope
Charity.
and charity. Faith is good. We need faith. Hope is good. We need hope in God. But what?
These three, but the greatest of these is charity.
Charity is the greatest. Your faith amounts to nothing. Your hope in God amounts to nothing unless you have charity. St. John 5:25 in closing. Faith, hope, and charity. St. John 5:25 says what?
Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming,
The hour is come when what?
and now is,
And now is
when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God,
when those that are dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God. And what?
and they that hear
And they that hear shall what?
shall live.
God exemplified charity
Yes.
when he gave us his only begotten Son, Jesus.
Yes.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God.
Yes.
We emphasize on the importance of having faith. We emphasize on the importance of having hope in God. But none of these amount to anything unless you have charity. So I admonish you today to have faith in God, hope in the Lord,
Yes.
but allow charity, which is the love of God,
Yes.
to rule, to rest, and abide within you. And they that hear shall do what?
Shall live.
Shall live. Thank you, Deacon. Thank you, congregation. Pray my strength and growth in the Lord, that I might be nothing in myself, but just what God might have me to be. Remember, faith, hope, and charity. God bless.